afternoon, everyone. My name is Jonathan Cook. I'm the Executive Director at Solano Pride Center. This afternoon is an exciting occasion. We are hosting our first annual Lavender graduation. Obviously, we're in the context of COVID-19, and unfortunately, a lot of this year's graduates were not able to celebrate how we traditionally would. But then again, our community is anything but traditional. So I am very excited to introduce some of our guests. So joining us is Jamie Ills Booth, our youth coordinator from the center, who will be talking more about the graduates. And of course, our amazing graduates from the class of 2020. And then our commencement speaker this afternoon will be Quinten Voyce, who is a teacher with the early college program at Rodriguez High. And he is also the president of the Board of Trustees at Solano Community College. So with that, I will kick it over to Jamie, and he can introduce our program, talk a little bit about the work we do with our youth program and some of the exciting highlights of our graduates. And then we will turn it over to each of them for a short update and speech, and then we will go to our commencement address. Jamie, take it away.
Hi, well, good afternoon. It's such an honor. It really is. And a privilege as well. I couldn't ever imagine, had you told me even 10 years ago, that I would be able to do this. It's just an amazing opportunity. And I'm so thankful to be able to send four of my favorite people off into the world. As I think back to, what a tragedy it was that you kind of lost your graduations, but also what kind of a memory this will be, and we talk a lot in our groups about spirituality, and I feel like my stars aligned when each of you came in. As an LGBT advocate, it's always been my hope to find other like-minded people to convince them that we do amazing things every day. And I think one of the most amazing things we do is survive every day. And one of the things the center tries to do, and I think we've been successful in doing, is providing the top rungs of the famous pyramid that say belonging and esteem. I think the groups that we provide, everyone offers belonging and esteem. And so really what our groups provide are self-actualization. We are in the business of helping people self-actualize. And that means simply that you are you in every system that you are surviving in. Everywhere, every day, regardless of what kind of day it is, you're surviving. And with that, I'd like to introduce my survivors, my true lights, and the reason that I really am involved in the work that I do and how you've shaped my life. I'm going to try and get through it without crying. So I always tell you that I'm proud. And Ash Conklin makes me so proud. Ash has helped us several times, setting up tables with broken legs, climbing up ladders that legally I probably shouldn't have asked him to do, lifting heavy things. But really what Ash is, Ash the advocate. Ash is in everybody's corner, sometimes to a fault. But Ash has the heart of a giant and is anyone's best friend. And in our pre-COVID days, a hug from Ash, you felt support. Next on my list, Felix Dunley. When you came into my life, my God, rockets went off. Finally, a kid that was just as spoken, I didn't say outspoken, just as spoken as I was, just as like-minded, a fierce lover, a person that's able to have an opinion but see the duality and be empathetic towards people that aren't like themselves. and a supporter of a friend, one of the first people to offer condolence or a helping hand, a person that stays on the bus. When you see someone that's visibly down, you pick them up. You're a true aspiration, and Felix, you're a diplomat. You constantly calm people, you bring them together, you make them see that they're the same, even though they're vastly different. You're a wonderful light. Danny Gregory, who is not on the screen, Danny's an entertainer, a fellow pediophile, and a true musician and artist. Danny is able to contextualize the things that happen to them and articulate them in a way when they're happening, which I think a lot of us don't see the merit in. But through words and through acting and through feeling and through their art and their music, they hone in and focus their bandwidth on the present. And I think a lot of us forget to live in the present. And Danny is a hero among so many people, but just so humble. And that is something that I wish everybody could feel. The admiration of so many people and just not know it. And Tristan Murphy, who has been with me the longest, whom I've literally watched grow up, whom I've had the pleasure of spending every Thursday and Friday with for a very long time. When people come into my life in general, it's always a balance of give and take. And Tristan is always a giver and has never taken. And that is something that's rare in a human. Tristan is the type of person that fits into every crowd because they're so loving. Tristan's invited into every group of people because they're so caring. They light up a room when they speak because they rarely speak. They make fun of themselves, they make fun of me, but you know that you're loved while they're doing it. They help me move heavy things. They've held my hand at events. They go to student rallies. They go to protests. They go to advocate. They care about youth. They care about futures. They care about all the issues that we care about as LGBT advocates. They are a huge LGBT advocate. They're the first person to sign my petitions. They're the first people to vote. They're the first to stand up and say no. Tristan, you probably epitomize everything that I hope. All of you bring me hope because I know when it's my time to hand the baton off to someone, all of you got my back. The people in the streets protesting, they're you, literally, they're you. And I'm so proud. I am so proud. And I know we're going to be okay. And for that, I think I'm done.
All right, well, thank you, Jamie. If we could kick it over to our graduates who are on the video with us, I will first turn it over to Ash. Go ahead, Ash.
So I just want to say thank you to everyone who supported me throughout my high school years, especially when my sophomore year I moved to Solano County, and I at first felt like what the hell is going on, and then was introduced to the center and made some amazing friends, two of which were actually three of which were on this call with me. So just thank you to everyone who supported me and made it possible for me, because I know I couldn't have done it alone.
Thank you very much. And next we turn over to Felix.
So I just wanted to say that being here today is in of itself a blessing for me and so many other people. And then being here surrounded by so many people I have had the pleasure of becoming so close with is even more incredible. For so many people like me, making it to the end of high school is a milestone more special than most. The struggles an LGBT person faces while attempting to complete their high school diploma can be at times horrific. From name change battles to bullying to social isolation, the odds are truly stacked against an LGBT student from the beginning. It's so easy to be tempted to give up, whether that manifests in academic struggles, anxiety, and sometimes suicidal ideations. Yet, against all odds, we stand here, united in our struggles, ready to march forward into the future to pursue our dreams. This statement is not meant to erase the struggles faced by LGBT youth, but merely is meant to acknowledge the fight, and also state that we made it out to the other side, some of us more unscathed than others. I am deeply proud of each person who is being highlighted by this wonderful ceremony, as so many of them have been gracious enough to share pieces of their stories with me. Each and every one of you are survivors, and I love you all so much. Thank you to the mentors in my life and in so many others' lives who have provided safety amidst a storm. You all have helped us in immeasurable ways. I can only hope to carry on the legacy of kindness you have shown me and so many others like me. I end this by saying again, thank you to everyone who has been kind and empathetic above all. Continue to shine and overwhelm the world with generosity and emotional intelligence. Love conquers all. Congratulations to the class of 2020.
Beautifully put, Felix. Thank you so much. All right, next we turn over to Tristan. Go ahead, Tristan.
Thank you. I must say a huge thank you to Mr. Mazer, Mrs. Washington, and especially Mr. Merchant. Over the past 4 years, these teachers have encouraged growth, determination, perseverance, and have shown that they do care. A special thank you goes out to my mom and dad, who have stood beside me through not only high school, but my entire school career. Beyond school, it has helped me have a strong, positive support system regardless of issue. My school experience was a little different than many others. While I was not homeschooled, I did attend virtual high school from home. I did not have a typical schedule like a structured high school class, and I would never complain about being able to attend school in my pajamas. The school format is where my association with the Solano Pride Center and the bonds and friendships I have formed there became immensely valued. As we look back over the years, it becomes clear that the class of 2020 is special. Not only special, but able to withstand hardships and tragedies. Our class was born in the direct shadow of 9/11. We have witnessed more school shootings than any other graduating class. We have witnessed love win when same-sex marriage was legalized across the nation. We have dealt with a global pandemic that has changed our senior year and the way we function in society. Did I mention the murder hornets? We currently are standing and will continue to stand with our brothers and sisters of color in the face of police brutality and needless killings. This is something our generation must face together to effect change. A quote from Malala: "When the world is silent, even one voice becomes powerful," and it falls perfectly in place for the class of 2020. We must make our voices heard. We are no longer children. We are the leaders of the future. We have struggled through adversity, through bullying, through difficult times with our families. Many of us went through 4 years of high school secretly dealing with our own issues we, the LGBTQ community, must face. To do this in many cases with the support of our family, without the support of our family, made school far more difficult to circumvent. But we have a voice. For me, these 4 years have given me the confidence to speak out, to stand firmly in my beliefs and defend those who have not yet found their voice or who may have to remain quiet for their safety. While no one knows what the future holds, we have reached that point in life where the past 18 years have prepared us for. It is time to step out from under the protective wings and learn to fly on our own. It is scary, it's confusing, but it's also exciting. We stand in a place to change the world around us, a time in our lives to share and invite inclusivity and diversity with others. This is our world and nothing can stop us. In conclusion, I would like to quote Jamie with a big huzzah.
Wonderfully put, Tristan. Thank you so much. and especially for framing what your generation and this graduating class has gone through. Just hearing that all recapped was, you know, remarkable just to think about all of the stuff that we've gone through. So thank you. All right. Well, with that being said, we will kick it over to our commencement speaker, Quinten Voyce. Go ahead, Quinten.
Thank you very much, Jonathan. As mentioned, my name is Quinten Voyce. I serve on the elected governing board of Solano Community College, and I hope I see many of you graduates here and graduates maybe watching at home in the fall. In my day job, I teach high school with Rodriguez High's early college program in Fairfield. As a teacher, I'm in an odd position to be static in high school for the last decade, but it's allowed me to get to witness the culture and the norms of high school change year by year. And at the risk of aging myself with a back in my day digression, I'll just say that I'm really excited that some of you have found some level of acceptance in your peers and your teachers and the high school environments you've experienced. But we know that is not still the case for most people. For all queer kids, but especially if high school was not particularly kind, I promise you the best is yet to come. If you have lost even 1 minute of your teenage years conflicted, in hiding, bullied, having to lie about who you are, you were robbed, but today you begin a new chapter. You will soon be finding your tribe, people who will teach you how to be comfortable in your own skin. They will welcome you and comfort you, but also challenge you and help you grow. You'll learn firmly that the normal you hoped for doesn't exist and that every individual has a unique story. You'll explore different cultures, whether through travel or study, hopefully both. Travel and study change your brain in ways that keep it flexible to learning, and that's the goal. Life's too short to stop learning now. The most exciting part will come when you begin to question the systems and structures around you and realize they were made by humans just like you. Nothing is preordained or handed down. Everything is capable of being changed. Question, why do we do it this way? Why is this the default? And who is benefited and who is harmed by doing this? If you answer those questions and an idea for a better way stirs, you need to do 3 things with that idea. Number 1 is collaborate. The way things are were not put together by one person alone. It will need more than one person to working together to change. That process refines ideas, pulls in new perspectives you aren't capable of having alone. We have a diverse community and we need all hands on deck. Keep your relationship strong with people so that they can be a resource in that collaboration. Number 2 is educate. Your teachers have probably been telling you to cite your sources for the last 4 years. Now you're going to need to make sure that you have a firm foundation for your ideas to be able to help others understand why change is needed. And the last one, 3, is demonstrate. And this word means 2 things. Firstly, if the system bucks at better ideas, if it would rather, for tradition's sake, keep what is harming to our or another's community, it's okay to protest and demonstrate, as we see today. It draws attention and it makes ignoring your ideas more difficult. But demonstrate also means be a living demonstration of the change you're hoping for. Show it in your actions as well as your words. If you want to see a world where we respect and celebrate differences, it starts with you. If you want to see a world that heals the environment, it starts with you. You've got a great future ahead of you, and it'll be of your making. So thank you very much, and congratulations to class of 2020.
Thank you very much, Quinten. Graduating class, I am so excited of each and every one of you. It's been a joy to get to know each one of you a little bit in my role as the director of the center here. I'm so appreciative to both Quinten and Jamie for all of the work you do advocating for our LGBTQ youth here in Solano County. And I hope each of you will stay in touch with us as we continue on this journey together. If you're still here in Solano, if you decide to go to Solano Community College, something I would highly recommend. Please stay involved, join the Gay Straight Alliance, stay involved with the youth program at the center. You don't age out when you turn 18, so you can stay with us until you're 25. And yeah, do each of you want to tell us a little bit about your plans after graduation? And whoever wants to go first.
I will go ahead and go first, if that's all right with Ash and Tristan. I personally am very excited to be sticking around at Solano College for at least another semester. I should have my associate's degree in sociology finished by fall. And once that happens, I would love to go to San Diego State University. That's my dream college. They have just incredible resources there, and a really, really cool community of queer people. Not to say that you can't find that at Solano, but I'm excited to be able to branch out and check out different spots. One thing that was always very important for me was maintaining my relationship with my family. I'm incredibly close to a lot of people here. So no matter what, this definitely will not be the last you see of me, and I will definitely be maintaining my myself in this this community.
Wonderful. Well, that sounds very exciting. What do you plan on studying?
That's a great question. I I'm not completely sure. I would love to pursue teaching. I also love astrophysics as well. So who knows where that would take me? But there's a world of opportunity, and I'm so excited to be able to dive into it.
Well, the sky is definitely not the limit, so make sure that you study the cosmos.
Oh, for sure.
Wonderful. Thank you, Felix. Ash, what about you?
So I am starting fall semester at Butte College up in Chico. Hopefully still gonna be able to keep in touch with the center though. And then after that, I plan on either going and pursuing even higher education, possibly up to my doctorate in deaf studies. But I plan to be starting as an ASL interpreter and a paraeducator.
Very exciting. Wonderful. Well, good luck in that future endeavor, and please stay in touch. All right. Tristan, what about you? What's next?
So this fall I will be attending Solano, going for graphic design, my associates. And then after 2 years, I hope to be transferring to Woodbury College, which is down in Burbank, for animation. All while staying in touch with the center. Obviously, I've been through a lot with the center, so I don't plan on leaving anytime soon or losing contact with anybody.
Well, good luck. We can certainly use some help with graphic design. I know you've helped us with that before, so thank you very much. All right, well, thank you very much. If there isn't anything else, I wish you nothing but the best of luck. You're all an inspiration. Hearing from each of you about your perseverance, your academic successes, and your determination, just by being who you are and being a shining example of what it is to be thriving as an LGBTQ young person is such an inspiration, not only to myself, but also to our community. So please stay involved no matter where you are. Just, being your authentic self is one of the best things you could do for this world. And this world definitely needs a lot of healing, especially right now. So thank you very much. Good luck, and we will talk to you later. All right. Congratulations, everyone. Bye.